In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to use the DigitalOcean GenAI platform. By the end, you'll have a configured AI agent ready to use, and you'll understand what each choice means so you can set it up confidently for your team or project. Start by signing into your DigitalOcean dashboard and heading to the Projects area. Projects help you group related resources, so it's a good idea to create a dedicated one for your GenAI work. If you already have a project, you can use it. Otherwise, create a new project and give it a clear, memorable name that reflects its purpose. This keeps things organized and makes billing and access management much simpler later. Next, look for the Create button at the top of the dashboard. Open that menu and choose Agents. This takes you into the GenAI section where you'll build your agent. Think of an agent as a specialized assistant with a defined role, rules, and access to specific knowledge. Start by entering an agent name. Pick something descriptive and human-friendly like Customer Support Copilot or Docs Answer Bot. Clear names help teammates quickly identify the agent's role and avoid confusion if you end up creating multiple agents. Now add the agent instructions. This is the single most important part of setup. Write a concise, specific description of what the agent should do, the tone it should use, and any boundaries it must respect. For example, you might say it should answer user questions using your documentation, ask clarifying questions when context is missing, and avoid making up facts. The more precise you are here, the more reliable your agent will be. Select a model next. Choose the model that best balances capability, speed, and cost for your use case. Larger models can reason better and follow complex instructions, while smaller ones can be faster and more cost-efficient. If you're unsure, start with a general purpose model and refine later based on real usage. You'll see a Terms and Conditions section. Review and accept to proceed. This typically covers acceptable use and data handling, and it's worth a quick read so you know what's allowed. When asked where your agent should live, pick the region closest to your users or your data. Proximity can reduce latency, and regional choices can matter for compliance and data residency. Consistency with where your other resources live is usually a safe default. Next, name the workspace and optionally add a description. A workspace is like a folder for your agent's configuration and related assets. Use a name and description that explain the agent's scope, especially if multiple people will collaborate on it. You'll see optional configuration settings. These may include parameters like creativity level, response length, or tool usage. If you're just getting started, the defaults are fine. Later, you can tighten or loosen these settings to match the tone and precision you want. Add knowledge bases if your agent needs to answer questions about your own content. This is how you connect documentation, FAQs, or internal files so the agent can cite accurate, up-to-date information. Keep the content clean and well-structured for best results, and avoid adding material you don't have permission to use. On the knowledge bases screen, choose existing sources or set up new ones. If you add new content, indexing can take a moment. Make sure the material is relevant to the agent's job, and keep sensitive data out unless you've configured proper access controls. Move on to the final details. Here, you'll confirm everything before provisioning. Select the project you created earlier so the agent is grouped and billed correctly with related resources. Add tags to make filtering and reporting easier later. Good tags include environment labels like prod or staging, or functional labels like support or sales. Review the estimated cost summary. You'll get a snapshot of expected charges based on your model choice and configuration. Remember that usage can vary with traffic and content size, so treat this as a guide. If needed, set budgets and alerts in your account to stay on top of spending. When everything looks right, click Create Agent. DigitalOcean will provision your agent with the settings you chose. From here, you can come back to adjust the agent's instructions, model, knowledge sources, and other options as you learn what works best in practice. That's it. You've created an agent on the DigitalOcean GenAI platform, chosen the model and region, connected knowledge, and finalized costs and organization. Thanks for watching, and happy building.